Hello and welcome to today's video. I'm going to have to shout. This is the motorway crossing into the former East Germany. In fact, I've just left it. Can you see down there? I'm going to put my finger up if I can. Where's my finger? There we go. And there's a little a concrete pillar with a hole in it. That was where the sign for East Germany stood. So that was the border. I'm now in former West Germany, and as I come over here, you've got one of the guard things. So roughly the border would have stood approximately 50 meters in front of me, more or less where the sign is. It says Rasthof Marienborn over there. And so I can recall it when there was still a DDR emblem up there. The first time I crossed through here, if I remember rightly, was 19, I can't remember. I definitely went through in 1992. Anyway, I'll show you where I am. I'm going to put the camera out a bit though. So Arrel petrol station, fuel station. It's now 7 in the evening. This place is absolutely packed. I'm not going to spend the night here because there really isn't. It's too noisy. Apart from that, I'm going somewhere. I've got a meeting tomorrow for my day job. So, but look how difficult it is even for these lorries here that are coming the other way. But I'll show you how they're double parked down here. And this, I've got a lot of respect for lorry drivers. I just had a situation. I was parked, the lorry driver struggling to get in. I said, don't worry, I'll give you my place. That'll give you a bit more room to play with. So I cleared off. That was the place I was at before here. So you see, it's all, there's a gentleman there without any clothes on, so we won't bother him. But you see lorries double parked down there, and it's all the way. This is typical. Only 7 o'clock. I mean, we've got 2 hours plus of light to go. This is August, third week of August. And this is I think, I can't recall, but I think that this was the West German, there's my van, sorry, up there, you can see my van's got the spotty one. This was the West German control point. I think, although I'm not certain, so if anybody's getting permission, I just don't recall this being here. This road here does look as though it had something to do with control vehicles, but I just can't remember. So if anybody knows, I mean, I could have looked it up in an old map, but I was going through and I thought, hey, I've got to film that, show people what that looks like. And so here we've got the service station, which is quite small, considering how packed this place is. And so there's a Rast house, so maybe that wouldn't be a bit bigger. This could be for the police, I don't know. They had internal customs, I seem to recall, here. Once, maybe, this is after reunification. So, anyway, I'm not going to be staying there. It's just too noisy. Apart from that, I don't like sleeping on such a slope as I'm on at the moment. And I've got somewhere nice and hopefully quiet to go to. But let's have a bit more walk around. See, no other travel site brings you the real places, I think, anyway. Oh, those 1 or 2 lorry drivers who've got their YouTube accounts. So, and there's these lorry places. Well, this one does appear to be quite large, but they're all over the place. And there's so that you've got one every 15 kilometers or so, but they're packed on this is the main road, the E30, the road that goes through Germany, goes to Moscow eventually. And see, I mean, if somebody turns up now, it's only 7 o'clock, it's 1900 hours just gone, and there's nowhere to park. Well, there'll be my place free, but you're not going to get a lorry in there. And one thing I do note, the Russian and the Belarusian lorries are no longer coming through. Well, there might be one or two. So I've heard people say on the internet. There were when I was here last time I saw, but haven't seen one. I haven't seen one all day. Yeah, most of them are from Poland, in fact. Then Germany, second place it seems. Oh, look, we've got some motorhomes up there. Weinsberg motorhomes. Yeah, well, I'd give them a miss. That's just between you and I, and anybody you tell, and anybody I tell. Yeah, two Weinsberg motorhomes. I thought that they were manufactured though somewhere else. Aha, there's a Weinsberg Mercedes. Don't see many of them. I think that was introduced for the 2022 season, if I recall correctly. Now, Helmstedt, that's as far as you got in West Germany on the train. Oh, and see, even the roads coming in were blocked, so there probably isn't one coming. I don't know. It's very unusual to actually be able to leave a motorway service area and then go out like that. See, so it's a road leaving. Don't know, I can't explain that one. So now, what happens is if you're traveling by car, you see it's much easier to find somewhere to park, as you can see down here. Indeed, I mean, I could get my van in by putting in rear ways and having the rear end onto the concrete, the path down there. So if you're traveling by car, it's not a problem, but by lorry it's really awkward trying to find a place to stop. Oh, another person with a problem. So it's 4 I've seen here with their bonnets open. And I'm not so keen on driving, to be quite honest. When it comes to sort of, I like the fact there's motorways so we can get somewhere quickly. But when I'm driving on a motorway, I tend to get bored. Then again, I mean, I wouldn't want to be on small roads when you've got to do several hundred kilometers. Now, what will happen, or what happens normally, is these places which are for cars, they will get occupied by one lorry. Although these ones here are so small, it'd be difficult for any lorries to actually fit in them. And there's another thing, I'll have a little bit of a gripe. It doesn't affect me because I've got an electric vehicle, but I notice there's lots of people parked in front of these electric things as well, blocking it so that the people who need to fill up can't get in. And I've also noticed the last 2 places I stopped at were rather messy, and this one isn't as bad as the last one, but maybe it's a problem with taking the rubbish away. Now this is where an app such as Park for Night really comes in for us campers, and must be one for lorry drivers as well, I would have thought. Then again, I mean, lorry drivers, I think after a certain amount of kilometers they have to stop anyway, so that is why they're there. There we have Coffee Fellows. So this is the surveys. You can get something to eat in there, such as this schnitzel box, which is advertised there for 12 euros. And surveys, incidentally, if you're coming down here on the motorway, usually has free internet. You can use it for an hour. I say usually, not always. Was my favorite stop, which is in Thuringia, did a video about it. it hasn't got one. Now, I haven't been down here before, although I have explored around it quite a lot. But this seems to be the end of the motorway service area. I have never before been down a path like this. Now, on the other side as well, you've got to see that funny bit of art. I'll put the thing in if I can. Yeah, there's that funny bit of art. You see it? There. I think that's two hands joined. I think that is meant to represent German unity. So I'm always a bit concerned where there's a lot of people parked, what you might actually find, particularly if the toilets are charged. People try to avoid paying for the toilet and doing something outside instead, which is a good reason to get a motorhome, so you won't have to pay to use the toilet. And now it appears as though we are outside of the motorway service area. There's another road. This is really, really unusual. You can see it hasn't been used a lot, but one could go to the other side. That has to be the most unusual motorway service area I have seen. From the way it's late. No, it's not almost, because no, the most unusual is on the next one down there, where there is the one for it's the former East German control point. I've got videos on it. I did it's a 3-part video. Unfortunately, I did it 14 years ago, so the quality is not very good. But I did 2. One of the very first videos I ever did was on the East German control point. Although then it was just photographs, because I'd taken the photographs at the, I don't know when was it, about 2002, something like that. And then stuck a bit of music over it. Then I filmed it around 2008. So, but it's a fantastic museum. I mean, you could spend all day there. It's the only motorway service station. You could absolutely spend all day and have a really interesting time doing it. So, this is me on the former inner German border. Hope you found that interesting. An unusual video maybe. Thanks for watching. I'll do another video on that one next time I come back there, but I don't know when I'll be coming back this way, because I don't like to drive on this road very much, because I get bored on it. I get even more bored than doing the other. There's a southern route for crossing Germany and a northern route. This is the northern one, and I get bored on the northern one. But as I came from northern Poland, I came this way, and I'll go back on the southern route, probably. So, thanks for watching, and all the best from me in Germany.